A new Kenyan Netflix banger has been released and it's currently trending at #1 on Netflix. So it is a show created by the one and only Tosh, Gitonga, Eunice, Mamito, Jackie Vike, and Kamau Bandongo. So this is my review of what I have seen. I've watched it. If you haven't watched it, please watch it because there's going to be spoilers in here. First, let's start with acting. And first of all, I must say that this is the funniest film that I have seen. Funniest Kenyan film that I've seen this year in 2025, hands down. It is so well done. Eunice, Mamito she just steals the show. Okay, she's so funny. Everything she says made me laugh. Okay, basically it's about two girls trying to get revenge for their mom and aunt after he was fired from this Indian boss, right, without pay. Their mom was a house help. She was fired for, she was told she was stealing. So now the two ladies mount a revenge to steal from the Muhindi and get some money for their mom to sustain her. So that is basically the plot of the story. And here, Jackie Vike and Eunice Bamito actually steal the show. They do such a good job. They are so funny. Although this is a different role by Jackie Vike, she's doing something else, being the love interest, something a bit more serious. So I'm sure that will get like a mixed review. Some people like it, some people may not like it, but I think I like it from Jackie Vike, trying something out there, putting herself out there, doing something different from what we are used to seeing her. And I think it was okay. It came out nicely. She was the love interest. Elias Moshkwani was the male love interest, and he was the son to the Muhindi boss, right? So their chemistry was on fire. It was looking great. It felt nice and heartwarming. But for me, the character that stole the show has to be Mamito. She was funny from first minute to the last minute. Anything she said, anything she touched, how she behaved, I was just on the floor laughing. Also, we do have Shiksha Arora, who made her film debut. If we all know Shiksha, she's the presenter from KCB. We know her for her dancing on TikTok or on other platforms. We always see her dancing, and I can say she's a very, very nice actor. It was natural. It never felt cringy. You just love the character. So for me, from this movie, my two favorite characters have to be Eunice and Shiksha. From the writing perspective, okay. Now let's talk about the writing. For me, I'm a bit 50-50. Okay, this show is written by Angela Rohinda, okay, who is a Tanzanian film writer. Okay, the show is good, but I wanted more. I was like, why couldn't it be silly all the way? Because I felt like it was caught in between two places, right? Being funny and trying to be romantic or being serious, right? So I could feel that the first half of the movie was so funny. I was there, I was engaged. For me, if I was the writer, I would actually also have made Jackie Vike funny, right? We could have had a funny love interest, and that would also have been fine, right? But I feel like sometimes it was caught in between. It's funny with the Mamito, but then it's trying to be serious with Jackie Vike. And there are these sections of the movie where it's funny, especially at the beginning, and then it gets to this middle part where it starts getting serious, and then you feel like, I think I'm watching a different movie, right? The plot is fine, the twists are okay, how it was written, it was fine, but I do feel like if you're watching, you kind of feel like you're watching two movies. You'll feel you're watching a funny movie, and then you'll feel you're watching a serious movie. Let's talk about the cinematography. The directing was, it's Tosh Gitonga directing the movie, so you expect flawlessness, you expect it's going to be done at a very, very high standard. And it was. It was so, I didn't get that feeling of, oh, what is this I'm watching, or something felt off. And one of the things, and this is going to be a plus also for the writer, is this film actually felt Kenyan. Okay. And of course, that has been a complaint of mine when I'm talking about Kenyan movies. Sometimes they do not feel Kenyan, right? If you remember my review on MTV Sugar, that was one of my critics. It was like, it doesn't feel so Kenyan. It's a bit Americanized, but you don't feel that with this movie. This movie is truly Kenyan. It's purely Kenyan. The comedy is Kenyan. You know, the Muhindi tycoon stereotype is a Kenyan stereotype. The house help stereotypes. Like it was all there. Everything looked Kenyan. If you look at the scenes, if you look at the locations, you'd be like, oh, this is a place where oh, hapa napajua hapa ni wapi, you know, like when you get into that kind of rhythm, it's touching, you know, it's touching here, it's touching the culture, it's touching the home. So this movie does a very, very good job at making it feel grounded and making it feel Kenyan, and I enjoyed every minute of it. The cinematography was done by Chune Blofield, okay, who is a South African cinematographer. And you know, like I've been saying, Kenyan movies right now, especially the ones that go on Netflix, the cinematography has been insane. Even MTV Sugar, the one I reviewed recently, the cinematography was on top. There is no movie that I have reviewed this year and I've said the cinematography was off, right? Like the cinematography in Kenya and Kenyan movies has come a long way, and we are getting up to standards. Like even if we can pull in like South African cinematographers, it means that uh, there is a standard, right? And it's comparable, right? Because this show being done by a South African cinematographer, it looks very similar to other Kenyan shows that have been done maybe by Enos Olik or other Kenyan cinematographer, which means in Kenya's cinematography, we are actually there and we are competing with the best of the best. What's my verdict about this show? Should you watch it or should you not? 100% you should watch it. This is the funniest movie I have seen. It should be the funniest movie I've seen, period, this year. Thank you so much for listening to my review. Tell me, what do you think? Do you agree with my thoughts? Do you not agree? What do you think is your review for this movie? Would you recommend it? Would you not?